Hey everyone, sorry about the little tardiness here for the show, but we're out here again live at Grand Slam Ballpark. Got the guys getting the fields ready behind us over here for tonight's league action. And maybe we can start right there. We'll look at some of the schedule for the league, the spring league tonight. Last week we were out here. They were getting ready. They started off the spring league session 1. Looking at the 10U division, it looks like Clutch Baseball took a loss to the Warriors 12-6 at the 10U level. And at the 11U level, you'll have to pardon us, our internet's probably a little slower out here since we're doing some live stuff, but we're going to get there. And there we go. Well, I lost my internet connection, folks. That's all right. It's all right. Always a little trouble here. I don't know what's, Oh, well. We'll work it. We'll work through it. Hey, that's all right. We're going to be out here tonight also watching a little bit of baseball here, seeing the teams practice or play baseball. And we got some great league stuff. I lost my connection here, so I'm sorry about that. Hopefully, we're not losing everything here, and it looks like we did. So, I'm going off the cuff. We've been talking over the last couple weeks here about some teams and what we've got. And I'm going to pull up my phone. How's that? Sorry about this, folks. Just a little bit of technical difficulty. At least the microphone's working better than it did last week, right? So, Justin, why don't you come over and check and see? I don't know. Connection failure, disconnected network. We're going to get back up here, folks. We're going to get to the wireless connection here, and we're going to get back to the phone here and see if we can get her linked up. Try again. It doesn't look like we're going to get it working, but that's all right. But Game 7 baseball has been working hard to, get the park ready, get everything going. And we're going to be out at a couple of tournaments coming up. We missed out on this last one here because of the rain and whatnot. And so there isn't really much we could do about that. But I want to talk a little bit. We've been looking at rankings. We've been talking about teams, 13U, 14U on our YBMcast with Matt and Brian. And so we have been discussing a few teams and whatnot, and we're into the season now. And we've been looking across the state over at Kansas City. You got the KC Express over there doing very well. Team KC's doing very well over there as well. And I'm talking, these are major teams that we're talking about. So if we're looking at maybe a top team in the state, right now it's looking as far as even record, that kind of thing that I've seen over there, the KC Express. They've been playing some good baseball, just looking at the opponents they've played. Last week over in Edwardsville, they finished up playing the tournament. And they were able to finish up on the turf. It looks like they got one game in. I want to give a shout-out to Gas House Baseball. Coach Green's, I believe it was his 11U team over there, finished off a championship run, and they looked really good doing that in the Masters tournament. It was the only time, of course, turf. It's nice to have turf and get to be able to play when it rains. So that's always a good thing. Folks, we've been working on a great deal of stuff as we're going through the season. Last night we were able to talk with Coach Eric Goff about his season so far. The Fort Zumwalt West Jaguars 16-1. We're going to be putting up. We did an interview. We were able to get an interview in with Coach Perkins, which will be on the channel tomorrow. You don't want to miss that. We talked to Coach Perkins about Francis Howell, And where they're at so far is great talk, great interviews. If you haven't seen the one with Coach Goff, go to YBM, Youth Baseball Midwest. Check out the conversation with Coach Goff. See where the Jaguars are right now and where they're moving forward. It's going to be a good finish, in my opinion, in the GAC. Next week, we're looking forward to getting Coach Russ Hill on the show, talking about his season so far, because Fort Zumwalt East has had a really good season at this point. Last time I looked, they were 7-2, undefeated in their conference, so that's a very good position to be in. They got some horses, they got some kids playing some really good baseball, and hopefully we're going to be able to get and talk to Coach Allen over at St. Charles West High School in a couple weeks as well. So we've got some good stuff coming up that way and continuing to bring that to bear. We're going to have Kevin Mulder on the show again as well Thursday, talking rankings. Come out this week, his new rankings on PBR. Not going to talk about those just yet. We'll get to those on Thursday. So I was hoping to get a few rankings up here. Let me see if I can get Game 7 baseball up on my phone. I'm doing it with one hand and without my glasses. So I'm doing pretty good so far, folks. There you go. That's pretty impressive. I got some of my cheaters here. I'm going to throw those on. And let's take a look here. Game 7 baseball, you've got let's get to their rankings. I think that's always a fun one. Team rankings. There we go. Boom. Now, we were looking at the 13U rankings here at this point. 13 under. We're looking at because Matt and I talked about AAA. I want to look at the state of Missouri alone here. We're looking at AAA here, okay? I think that's where we wanted to kind of – I think there's going to be some pretty solid teams. And we're looking at here, you've got the Rawlings Tigers Black 2026 out of Wildwood, 4-0 so far this season in Game 7 play. Not quite sure where they're at. You got the Bandits, Midland Bandits baseball, Coach Thornton. Good young man there. Like that team a lot. They're playing some good baseball so far in the early season. You got some stuff down there. The Jackson Tribe, Kickapoo baseball. All these teams right here that are looking pretty strong so far in the early part of the season at the 13U. And when you get to the major division, this is where I think you've got Missouri Gators, Recruits Legacy, you got the St. Louis Force Elite, and the Under Armour St. Louis Prospects. I think that's going to be a very, very difficult group to kind of rank early on. I want to see a little bit more, and as we're going into the season, I would like to see some of these teams and kind of see where their record is in class. And I've seen a little bit from other areas and other places they've played. And you have, like the Recruits, their in-class record so far that I've seen in some other tournaments is 0-3. So they got off to a little bit of a struggle there. And that's 13U major because they're a major team. But I think they're going to be fine. I'm looking forward to seeing how they come out of that. Again, like I said, I saw the KC Express. They're 4-0 in class. Boom. Right there. That kind of tells you everything you would need to know. I'm sorry. That was Team KC that's 4-0 in their class. So we've got some pretty interesting things to talk about when it comes to those groups and those teams in that respect. I think there's going to be a lot of room to see what – we got a lot of baseball left. We have a lot of baseball left. And we're not – I mean, we're just at the tip of the iceberg here as to what we're going to see in that respect. So I'm going to take a look here, folks. Give me just 1 second, and I'm going to bring up a couple of things here real quick. Yeah.
While he's doing that, we have a viewer on right now. Going to give him a shout-out. His little brother's playing tonight at 6 o'clock for the Gators. So, Ryan and Coach Levi, good luck tonight, 6 o'clock. Gators,
Oh,
go kick
yeah.
some butt.
Yeah.
There you go.
I love that. There you go. Big shout-out to you guys. Play. We're going to be out here flapping some gums, talking, and so we're looking forward to you guys being out here. We'll see you when this evening. Okay, so I did this real quick and got my internet back up. Boom, baby, love it. There we go. The 13U major and 13U AAA teams we were looking at. There's also the Midwest Mavericks down in Springfield that we've been looking at. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. Building champions with I believe his name is Cruiser. Kueser. I could be mispronouncing that horribly. And you got here locally Coach Lord, John Lord with the Missouri Gators. I think that's going to be a really good team there. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. And the St. Louis Force Elite always could be tough that way. And then you have Competitive Edge. They're a group out of Kansas City again, in that area. Competitive Edge going to be tough. Midwest Mavericks. One of the teams we haven't talked to, I want to see what Marucci Midwest has got down there, 13U. I haven't seen anything from them yet, but we were down there with them on our winter workout tour. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they've got as a 13 and 14U squads. And so, and of course, I just want to deal with those two groups right there, the 13U for right now. We'll get into some more of this. And then you have a large group at the AA. We're kind of going to see what gives as we move through the season with the 13U AA groups. I think it's always interesting to see how some of those teams progress. The AA groups, will they get into that AAA? How do they look going into that next year, into that 14U? Because that 14U level, a lot of teams opt to play that the 60-90. Now, there is still the 50-80. I believe it's 50-80, correct, Justin? That's what 13U plays, 50-80. And I think there's 14U that plays 50-80. But I think a lot of the major AAA teams play that 60-90. And it's always a big jump. That I don't care. When you go to that full field level at 14U, that can be difficult, can it?
Yeah, and I think something that a lot of people don't think about when you're making that jump from 13U to 14U, it's actually something that I'm dealing with coaching on my team right now, is you have the incorporation of metal spikes as well.
Yes.
Because learning how to play metal spikes compared to...
Now, wait a minute. Are you sure there's that big a difference?
Yes, there is.
All right.
Honestly, especially in sliding, things like that, learning the technique so you don't cut yourself, do different things. Honestly, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
And adding that along with all the other changes, like you said, 60-90, because that is a huge jump. I don't care, adding another 10 feet down the first place line. I mean, the slow guys are going to get a lot slower.
Man,
yeah.
you're done.
Yep, exactly.
Think Yachty. Right? Because there's times Yachty goes, I ain't going to make it.
No. But at this age, don't do a Yachty. Run it out.
Right, run it out. Hey, I heard a guy that I worked with one time told me it was your God-given right to touch first base, whether they threw you out or not. So hustle down there, touch first base. If they threw you out, don't matter, right?
And I guarantee you, if a college coach sees you had an absolute bullet to the third baseman and you run it out, he will be highly impressed.
Yeah, even if they've thrown you out by 20 steps, right? Exactly. Run it out. If you don't run it out and you just walk off the field, no. Bad. So I think it's always interesting to see how these 13Us, where is that transition? How good are some of these teams? And then, how does that transition going into that 14U year just before you go into high school? I mean, this transition from 13 to freshman high school is a big transition. It really is. Who's growing? Who's getting stronger? And I think that plays a big role in it. You see some kids that just don't get their growth spurt till their sophomore, maybe even junior year, and that can be very difficult when you're trying to get on that freshman team. You got a couple kids that are bigger and whatnot. It happens. That's a conversation for another time. But let's get back to Game 7 since we got our internet back tonight. On the 11U side, we have Gas House Baseball. Coach Green's going to be playing the Missouri Redhawks. And then you got the Missouri Mariners playing the Missouri Riverbats. That's on Field 5 and then Field 1. So that's what you got at the 11U. And then you got the 14U. You've got on Field 2 and 3, these ones here. You got the Bandits, Midland Bandits, Coach Sereno's 14U squad playing the St. Louis Force. And then you got the St. Louis Phillies playing the St. Louis Force after that. Oh, it looks like the St. Louis Force Navy's got a doubleheader there. Ooh. Oh, no, sorry. That's a Wednesday. That was Wednesday from 4-7. That was from last weekend. There was no score in here. I'm sorry. Tuesday night's game here. That's right. I'm looking. I'll get it straight for you, folks. My bad. My fault. Today's the 13th, isn't it? Yeah. You got the St. Louis Phillies and St. Louis Force Navy on park number 3 here. That's the 14U game. And then the 11U, let's see if I messed that up too. I probably did. Because it is Tuesday the 13th. Yes, I did. I messed that up grandly. Tuesday the 13th on Park 1, you have the Silex Bombers playing the Missouri Mariners. And then on Park 4, Rawlings Tigers, Midwest Rebels. This is all 11U. And then on Park 2, you have Gas House Baseball, Coach Green, and the Missouri Gators. Bierman, I think that's who was watching there. Big shout-out. Well, that's going to be a good one, Gas House Baseball, Missouri Gators. I'm looking forward to that. That's here on Park number 2. I believe that's this field right here. We got number 3 behind us, I believe it is. 1, 2. No, that's Field 2, Field 3, Field 4. Yes. Boom. I got it now. We're rolling, baby. And then 10U tonight. Let's see what we got here. Looking at the 13th on Tuesday, we got Field 5 over there. Clutch Baseball, Coach Delcourt playing the Missouri Gators, Coach Levy. So got a full slate of games here out at the ballpark. If you're looking for some action, just want to watch some youth baseball, come on out to Grand Slam Ballpark. Game 7, Game 7 League Baseball. A lot of fun. We're going to come out and enjoy the evening. It'll be a nice evening. A little cool, maybe. A little cool, but that's okay. It's a spring day. And then we got coming up this weekend, folks, here at Game 7. You've got the Game 7 Spring Championship down in Branson. Also the Spring Showdown here in St. Charles County here at Grand Slam Park. It's going to be at other venues as well. You got the schedules are already out. Schedules are already out for this. Wow, look at that, man. Tuesday. Schedules are out. That's awesome. Look at that. Gas House Baseball, Missouri Riverbats. We're talking 8U machine pitch. 10U major. I want to look at this real quick here. We're looking at the Spring Showdown. We're talking about 13U AAA major teams. And the division here, it's going to be right over here at C&H Ballpark. Looks like they got some games at C&H Ballpark. Yep. So that's just right over across the road there. You got the Bandits, Coach Thornton. I know Coach Thornton and his group there. Heat, Illinois Gators going to be here. Metro East Soldiers, the O'Fallon Athletics, St. Louis Impact, St. Louis Force, St. Louis Naturals. Looks like a good lineup there for that 13U AAA major group. And then in the 14U AAA major group, you have the Adidas Athletics, Bandits Baseball, Black, Coach Sereno, his group, Midwest Futures, the Missouri Razorbacks, St. Louis Impact, and the St. Louis Naturals, Coach Icorn. That's going to be a good one, too, as well. That'll be over at C&H right across the way. So that's going to be some good baseball. So there's going to be some good baseball right here in this St. Peter's, O'Fallon, St. Charles area. If you're looking to see some good baseball right over at C&H, Grand Slam Ballpark. Man, going to be a lot of fun. And that's just the spring showdown. Like I said, you got the you have the event down in Branson, Game 7, a spring championship. And you know what? The schedule's out on that one, too. And that the 12U down there, I think, is going to be a brutal one. It's going to be a tough one to win. You got the 417 Tribe. Building Champions is going to be there, Burnbeck. Cobras Baseball, you got the Lee Summit Monarchs, the Missouri Bulls. I think they're out of Cape Girardeau, aren't they? The Missouri Bulls, I believe they are. NBC, NWA Nitro, Northwest Arkansas Nitro, the Southwest Missouri Wolves, the Patriots Blue. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. The Patriots, head coach Edgerton, Kansas. So you got some. That's awesome. The Willard Silver and Extreme Baseball. Extreme Baseball. Oh, out of Galesburg, Illinois. Chris, big shout out. Looking forward to seeing you guys. We're probably not going to be down there, but Dustin Lambert is the head coach of that. But that's that group out of Galesburg. That's a good solid group there. That's going to be a tough tournament. We got some great stuff coming up this weekend, folks. Game 7 baseball. Don't want to miss it. Again, it's a beautiful day. The fields are looking good. They're getting them striped and ready to go for tonight. And I think we're looking forward to it too. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a great time to come out to the ballparks. Come on out. Again, like I said, we'll see you out here this evening. Just say howdy. Maybe bring the cameras out. You never can tell. And, hey, again, check out Coach Perkins tomorrow night. We got Kevin Mulder on the show Thursday. Next week, we're going to have Coach Russ Hill. We'll be back out here for Game 7 live at the ballpark. We're going to get some more stuff going. We may even have a home run derby out here. I don't know. We'll see what we can put together. I don't know. We'll do something. Everybody have a great day in the Lord. And all you pitchers, remember, keep throwing strikes. You hitters, hit them where they ain't. We'll see you next time.